Yeah.
So this is a little beef thing that everybody wanna start, cause you wanna make a name for yourself. That's cool. Do you? You ain't gonna do it right here though. You ain't gonna build no reputation on Steve Harvey. So I've been doing this a long time. So now, whatever you gonna do is cool. Just do you going first.
You're going first. Okay.
See, you can't really pick a headline. But I prefer to go first. And sometimes ego makes you want to be last. I ain't gotta have that. I'm gonna do my same amount of time and walk off. Now you do you. So I have nothing to prove. All I got to do is keep being Steve Harvey that he's been for over 20 years.
Yeah.
Of walking out there on stage.
Yeah.
And bringing that sunshine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to bring it. And I'm going to do the same thing tonight. But, you know, when you hear all the chatter, you know, it kind of, you go.
So it kind of hit you? Kind of like,
I mean,
it was all unexpected?
What?
Yeah.
What? But, you know, like I always
and we
say,
love you.
Bro, look here.
We love you.
Little dogs bark the most. Okay, now. Please understand that Rottweiler that got off the plane last night in Detroit. Rottweiler been walking around the casino. I've been in casino gambling. I've been talking trash. I've been at Motor City. I've been dapping bros all night. I've been gambling with people with coats on.
And you one of those Rottweilers. I don't know much about dogs, but you know the caramel colored ones with the little pink nose.
Yeah.
The handsome Rottweilers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The big one. But when he barked though, see, here's what my father taught me. The reason I ain't been coming into town getting all of this back and forth.
Yeah.
This is what my father told me a long time ago. Dogs don't bark at parked cars. You understand? They only bark at a car that's moving. But now when you run your little ass over there and you and the car stop, you got to get right back up on your car. Because that car now, the car might start up again. Don't get your little tail mad. But you know, it's like this though, Frank. You know, I always been real cool with Katt. You know, it should have been like this. You know, if you gonna take that angle, what you should have did was call your boy up and say, "Hey man, look, I'm just gonna be selling some tickets. This how I'm gonna do it."
Yeah.
You know, but let me know, because if you're gonna use my name as the stepping stone, so you can, like he say, try to prove that he number one. You know, and you're gonna use me as.
You're serious. This is a part of the whole stick. This is what you're saying is not a part of the whole. You know, there's no script.
Ain't no stick. Dog, if it's a stick, tell the other sticker. Just tell me so I can play the stick with you. So I know what my job is.
Right.
I took my family on vacation. You know, I was out with my kids playing and stuff. You know, we've been hanging out. I come back, all this stuff on YouTube, all these interviews over Detroit, all these radio stations. I got family up here, friends.
Yeah.
You know, Steve, man, when you gonna say something? I don't gotta say nothing. I am the original Kings of Comedy. Listen, I can go with that right there. Right. Now, until you done sold them kind of tickets, move them numbers, and you done been on the stage with some more gorillas. See, it's cool when you've been the only gorilla on stage. Yeah. But I've been on stage with more gorillas. Multi-gorillas. See, you ain't... To go behind Bernie Mac, a person would really have to understand what it is to follow somebody that's out there ravishing the crowd. I mean, Bernie used to walk out there, man, and B was one of them dudes that walked on stage and was just like I mean, it was unbelievable. You know, we used to all sit backstage on the Kings and watch Bernie every night. Because we used to say, man, let's go out here and watch his train wreck. Because Bernie just took his train and drove it into you. Now, whether you liked it, cared for it, felt it or not, Bernie took his train, drove it off the tracks into your house.
Okay.
And Bernie Mac. So I've been on stage every night with these dudes. When you've been the only giant on the stage, and you got to share a stage with another giant, there should be a sense of humility about that. There should be a sense of respect. And right now, it just ain't no respect. You understand? So now, I don't wait until the last day to say what I'm saying, but it's just respect, brother. Look, I ain't mad at you for getting yours. Get yours. You got a good little career going. Go and get it. But you got to get this little career going about 20 years. Everybody hot. It's like this here. You can have a hot plate of food at Christmas, or you can have a warm meal all year long. Now, which one you want?
Now, you heard Steve Harvey break it down. And what he trying to do is big dog him. He the big dog. You gonna stomp the yard with the big dogs or sit on the pup with the porch with the pups? See, that's how the old folks talk. They use that big dog, big yard talk. That's how they talk. That's how they speak to one another. So when you see that type of, when you hear that type of energy that Steve had said and put down back in the day, he was letting Katt know, you under me. You under me. And that's how he viewed him. He didn't view him as an equal. He viewed him as the op. He didn't view him as a fella. He said, all right, you got a little buzz going, but let's see you do this for 20 years. Let's see where you at in 20 years. I've been doing this thing a long time. I didn't put my toes, so I've earned that respect. Now, when you look at the gambit and you start to see what's going on here, and you start to see all the moving parts, and you start to say, okay, well, damn, this is what it is. This is the situation. Now, me, I've always played mind games with the people who were supposedly beefing with me, because I always knew I was the smartest guy in the room, looking to find out if I'm dealing with someone that's even smarter. 9 times out of 10, they're not. They think their power, and if they got more power than you, that they're in control. Because they got more. If I got this, I got that. No, you got more to lose. And see, once they realize, like, damn, I got more to lose. This dude's a wild card. He could destroy everything. He could actually throw a monkey wrench in the thing. I'm going to leave him alone. And that's what happens. I'm not out there looking for a fight. I just go ahead and do my thing. I don't have to mention you. I don't have to do anything of those things. Numbers. You can go ahead and you do your coexisting thing, and I'm going to be over here doing my thing, staying in my lane. And see, this is what Steve Harvey's trying to tell Katt Williams. But you tried to big dog him, Steve. You tried to big dog little dog. And when it didn't work, you cried victim. You put your tail in between your legs and cried victim every single time. When it backfired and it go against you, you always make sure you got it out. Oh, your movies flopped. That Steve Harvey been in, they flopped. Oh, I wasn't trying to be a movie star. They was like, Steve, why you didn't have a big role and think like a man? Oh, I ain't trying to be no movie star. No, they told Dave, like, no, we ain't gonna put you in the movie, Steve. You ain't the star. We'll put Kevin Hart and all these other young people in the equation. We don't want your old self in there getting involved in it. But you're gonna get the proceeds for using the name Think Like a Man. We're gonna make a movie off of it. Ellen DeGeneres getting paid, Dr. Phil getting paid off you. You see, they put all that in motion. Now, what y'all didn't understand and what y'all didn't notice is how deep the rabbit hole goes. All these people are messed up in the head. These people just don't get it. They don't understand. And they just, for whatever the purpose may be, start talking reckless about all of these celebrities, entertainers, and they just get so recklessly involved. Nobody seems to understand it because it makes no sense. Now, Katt Williams' interview has shook up the whole world. They got everybody talking about it every day. There's so many people talking. Hell, I can't even keep up with who all responded. Katt Williams got to tell the story. One day, they was doing a show. I believe they were in South Carolina. They did a show out in South Carolina. D.L. Hewley's on the show. Bernie Mac. Bernie, I think, had left. Bernie had just left the equation. So when Bernie left, the whole thing flipped and got flipped upside down on its own head. So once Bernie left the show, so Bernie Mac is gone. He left the tour doing the Kings of Comedy. Katt Williams had just came out and was hot. He was on fire, right? So Katt comes out, and what Katt Williams does is his set. And when Katt does his set, everybody had to respect it. And you know how they say respect it or check it? That's what this was. It was a respect it or check it situation. So he came right out, boom, here it is, out the gate. So somebody in there asked him about, did he see Katt Williams' performance? And he was what? the cat in the hat. Because see, Steve Harvey knew who he was. He tried to act like he didn't. His Katt Williams' name used to be Cat in the Hat. So that was his name, his stage name. He used to wear these like top hats. So I remember my boy told me, his name was Top Cat because he wear the hat like the Top Cat. But he became Katt Williams later. Once he was going through his entertainment stage, somebody told him, like, man, you should just go by your name, Katt Williams. You know, drop the cat in the hat. Yeah, because somebody else owned like Jess Hilarious. That's why she changed her name to Jess Hilarious, because she was Just a Mess. And Just a Mess, was owned. She had managers and people that were sponsoring her. So those people would be getting paid off Just a Mess. So she changed her name to Jess Hilarious. Smart move. And that way you cut them off. And then you don't have to pay people like the people who said they were attached to Mr. T. And these people got in the courtroom and they won the judgment saying they created the character of Mr. T. So, well, it was quite iconic. It's like Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson had a situation that was similar. You know, Mike Tyson got that famous tattoo on his face, and he made that design famous. But the guy who owns that, who put that on Mike Tyson's face, the tattoo artist, says he owns that. Mike Tyson might wear it, but that's not Tyson's tattoo. That's mine. He's wearing my brand. So when they put it in the Hangover movie, when the guy got the Mike Tyson style tattoo, they had to pay this guy. The guy said, hey, wait a minute, that's my copyright brand. I own that tattoo. Tyson made it famous for me. But that man had it copyrighted. So anybody who copied him, he could sue them. So it's all these little small things you got to pay detail to. So now we're in another situation where there have been, and how this relate to Katt Williams, Steve knew Katt Williams' performance. So when Katt Williams was blowing up in 2007 and 2008, and around that time, and just killing the game, and was hot, and everybody talking about Katt Williams, Steve was hating. So this is what Katt was saying is, I know what y'all say about me behind when I ain't around behind closed doors, but when I show up and their heads drop. This is what he was talking about. Steve been talking about this man behind his back, making fun of him on stage. What I care about Katt Williams? Katt Williams. I'm out here touring. We done sold out here. We done sold out there. I ain't got time to be wiping no cat in the hat. I wish I would be sitting up there watching somebody named Katt. I ain't mad at the young fella. I'm just saying. Good Lord. You came here because you said to see some heavyweights. You came to see the kings of this thing. And then we gonna throw down. So yeah, they got these little flash in the pans. They come here and they burn real bright, then they burn right out. He was saying this in concerts when he go into town. When Katt would come into town, all the people would be like, man, Steve was just here. They were just hitting on you. D.L. Hewley told him. Katt know that. But Katt didn't hear it firsthand out of his mouth. So that's why he said, I know what y'all been saying about me behind my back. He ain't really said it out loud. But I heard it, so I know he heard it. South Carolina heard it. So that's just one spot. How many other spots was Steve doing this in? So then when Katt respond, he act like the victim. Oh, I don't know. I don't know why these young people do what they do. But you hear how arrogant he sounds when he feel like he on top. All these dudes are clowns. This is what we talk about. This fool-ass behavior. Well, society has changed, man. Society has definitely changed. It has fallen into a whole nother realm where people just don't get or understand the scenarios. They don't understand what's actually transpiring out here. And that's why people are falling by the wayside. They don't get it. They don't get it at all. They don't get it one bit. Matter of fact, And I hate to bring this up, but it's the same thing that happened with Gil's Arena. They was like, dude, why you keep hating on Gil's Arena, man? I don't even want to speak on it. Look, whatever they show they gonna do, they gonna do. I don't care. I'm not making any major posts just about the show. You know, the Miko thing came along, so of course I was gonna talk about it because Miko did her situation over there. And Miko has definitely still tied herself up to Gil. So whatever allegiance she got with Gil, that's on her. But that's not the point I'm trying to make right now. The point I'm trying to make is on this moment, this date and time, I'm gonna tell you flat out right now, Gil's Arena and what the hell they do compared to what everybody else do. Do you say, oh, well, they getting a lot of views? You have to head on them. Well, I've already shown you that their views are majority fake. The comments are fake. I'm like, look at the profile of the people that's making these comments. And you look at the profile of the people that's in my comment section. I'll deal with real people than fake people any day of the week. I want real numbers. I want real people. I don't need bots. I don't need a click farm from Bangladesh. I need real people that's going to engage. You're not going to be real. You're not going to engage. I don't need you there. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a robot. So they pay people to try to submerge me down. Y'all pay to try to get yourselves up there to where we at. And that's crazy. But we know in reality where you really are. So it's fool's gold. Now here's the news. Because I want everybody to understand the plight of where we're going and where all this is going. You see, this is the problem I have with that. I don't care about their numbers and all that, what they do. That's their business. Because whatever's going to happen with them is going to happen with them behind all that. You know, they protect it. Who cares? The problem of the scenario is this. I don't do what they do. I'm not going to fake it for nobody. Well, you know what they do? They get over there and they say, hey, since such and such, you know, we're going to have this thing going where y'all two going to get mad at each other. And you get real animated. We're going to start doing this thing about who's better, who's a better basketball player between you, Rashad, and Brandon. Yeah, y'all going to go at it. We just going to be like, hey, I don't know what's going on. You know, like y'all going to really be animated about this. And we're going to push this all week. Who's the better? We're going to get the audience involved in it. Yeah, that's going to be it. They running plays on y'all. They doing fake angry, fake emotion, fake everything just to try to do stuff for hits and views. I don't like that. That's not good content on a podcast. That means you have nothing good to talk about. You don't have nothing to talk about. And I knew this would happen with this podcast. They don't have nothing to talk about, so they saying, man, ain't no buzz. We need to have some buzz going right now. You don't have no guests. So what are you going to do for your show? Podcast shows normally have guests. That's what the people keep coming in there. They see a guest that they like. Or your show is just that interesting that the people are there to see you. What the problem that they're having is the fact that they're running plays. They're faking it. And anybody who's watching this, they can see, oh, it looks pretty. They got all this going. They got the color green scheme. They got the floor. They got all that. But they ain't got the gas. They don't have the subject matter. They don't have the talent. So now we got to fake it. And now we got to make up drama and fake stuff that didn't exist. Let's put it out there to see where we at. Right? And that's why the show is crap. Because you can't fool me. You can fool ignorant people. And you're going to have some ignorant people that go over there to watch them and be like, oh, they were going at it today over there. You're going to get those stupid people. And those stupid people are going to be right there glued in, locked and loaded every time you look up. They love it. They attach like magnets to shit. You know, like that's what they want to do. I don't have time for it. My energy level don't have time for it. So when I tell people flat out what the deal is, I felt that people should actually know about it. They should actually understand. They should actually see what's at stake. So when I talk about the Katt Williams situation, it's the same thing. Katt, they try to make it look like, oh, Katt numbers ain't there. Katt ain't doing this. Katt ain't doing that. Katt is actually doing well. He's just not on social media like that. That doesn't mean the whole world exists on social media. Kawhi Leonard proves to you that he don't need social media to promote himself. Kawhi Leonard is known everywhere. Anywhere he goes, so the kids be, hey, that's Kawhi Leonard. He got a commercial where he don't even speak. So if that's the case, you don't have to be on social media. They don't want to promote that. They don't want that to be the narrative. So we can't have that. A man without a social media thing. There's people out there making fake Kawhi Leonard pages because they know they can, because he don't want no parts of it. So people be like, man, I was talking to Kawhi Leonard. Man, he ain't talking no Kawhi Leonard. You talking to a guy named Dan Oglesby. Like, are you serious? So they try to discredit somebody like myself. Constantly, I'm discredited for every single thing. They want to discredit me. They got junkies out here making videos. They got all these people. They did all these things to discredit me, to try to make me look like a liar. Oh, he don't know nobody in the game. But the people I know in the game is legit. I didn't have to play the old politic Hollywood game. And we're gonna go into a lot of that, because I'm gonna tie all these pieces together. And I'm gonna show you why it was good for me not to take the Illuminati deal. Because it was an Illuminati deal. Let's be real about it. They were grooming me to join their little Illuminati group when I first came out. That was what that whole thing was about. They wanted to groom me. And I said, oh, I'm talking to them. I'm going to a business meeting in Las Vegas. I'm going to a business meeting, and we're going to talk about this more on Patreon. So y'all gonna know what really transpired, who went and joined the group, and what actually is happening now, because it's all played out right in front of you. And now these guys are like gatekeepers now. But in 2016, 2017, oh, I got receipts. I got it all, baby. These dudes were right there next to me. The deal I had was for $2.5 million. That's how much they're telling me my deal is worth. Your deal is worth $2.5 million. I had a business meeting with Damian John from the Shark Tank. Oh, we're going to get into that. That's going to be on the Patreon, and that's going to be on the Patreon tonight. So you're going to know how all of this Illuminati triangle on social media goes. Because they have their own thing on social media, and they was going to groom me for it. Because they love my truth behind hip-hop beef videos. See, y'all, like I keep telling y'all don't realize how big I really was on YouTube. All my videos is doing, these views they get now were remedial. They weren't getting these views. I had more views than Djvlad. I have way more views than him. I'm getting $1 million, a million views a pop for just putting up freestyles of Papoose. 1 million views. It got to the point where I had Papoose so hot on YouTube, Vlad started putting out old interviews and old clips of Papoose because I'm getting 1 million. Playing all the old diss records he made on the mixtapes. People were slept. New York knew, but the rest of the world ain't never heard these mixtapes. They didn't know how dope Pap was. Pap got mad at me. He ain't thank me, nothing. And I kept him hot doing that whole run. He didn't thank me not one time because he was mad at the Truth Behind video between him and Uncle Murder. His homeboy hit me up and was like, man, Pap, man, you did a lot for Pap, but man, Pap still salty at you, man, over that Uncle Murder video, man. He said that was foul. That was all wrong. I'm like, what was wrong about it? Did I get something wrong? If I got something wrong, let me know. It just come to find out he just didn't like it. So it goes to show you it's a whole relationship on what people like. And don't forget to hit the like button, good people. I know y'all got here and y'all came here in good faith, and I appreciate y'all. That's why we started right off with Steve from the gate, because y'all real people, y'all stick around. And you saw Bernie Mac's daughter come out and put Steve on blast and said she want to sit down and have a conversation with Katt, just to have a talk with him, because she want to pick his brain. She want to see what he know, because she already don't trust Steve. Because nobody in the industry trusts Steve, because Steve has done a lot of dirt to comedians, but he try to act like he hadn't done it. He get jealous quick. Anybody he think is getting some buzz and they on his show, oh no, cut his time. He have cut comedians' time. And now all these comedians you cut who was funnier than you, they still in the game funnier than you. So now if something happened with you that blows up, like Katt Williams say something, boom, that's going to be a domino effect, a snowball going downhill. Everybody finna join in. There ain't nobody going to forget when somebody screwed them over. They might not remember everybody that helped them, but they damn sure going to remember the one that screwed them over. No, I didn't take that Illuminati deal because, well, you can call it an Illuminati deal, but that's really what it was. I didn't take the deal because even though it might have been a good deal for me, it wasn't going to be a good deal for me. I already told y'all what happened. They start surveying my whole page. They go through all my videos and they try to single out videos and send it to me saying, well, you need to probably delete this, and this. And I said, what? Delete? I'm not deleting that video there. I like that video. And I like that one. This one. What the hell they got to go for? If you want my page and you want my content and you want to work with me and be partners and do all this, no. We got a distribution deal. I own my stuff. I ain't finna get y'all ownership of my thing. And in the contract, it says y'all, in that contract, they can take over your page. They're basically managing your page. And by managing your page, they can wipe stuff out left and right that they don't like. Just delete it. Just go in there and clean your page up saying, no, this is going to help improve you. This is going to put you in the search engine. And these things here holding you back. I'm like, no, that's me. I don't care if they don't like it or not. That's staying. That's staying and that's staying. I love those videos because they need to be out there. Those videos need to stay. But they went all the way back to find those videos. And I said, that was peculiar that they went to these videos, but it was okay for me to talk about these dudes having a beef, ready to go take each other's head off. That was no problem. But when I talked about this person who was white, and this person who was white, and that person that happened to be white, 3 videos. The people I talked about in those 3 videos were white. They had a problem with it. Those videos didn't even perform well on YouTube. They still wanted to take those down. Quite interesting, sir. I didn't take the deal. I was in Vegas, and that's when they came out with the well, we'll get into the rest of it on the Patreon. We'll get into the rest of it on the Patreon because now you're gonna know the whole full layout. Because a lot of y'all, we've told the whole story on here before, but it gets to the part where I just don't take the deal, and that's the end of it. But now I already told you who took the deal. But now you're gonna see how far that rabbit hole goes, because as the years went on, it played out and it revealed itself now. Now you get to see the whole thing laid out, and I get to lay it out for you. How they have this internet Illuminati going on. And it's gonna blow your mind. I'd already seen the game, and what they're looking for is other minions. And what they say is like, feed me more. The machine needs to be fed. So you got to go get some more. So you're going to feed them to me. That's what I need, more. So this game has always been dirty. It's never been what y'all thought it was. It's definitely corrupt. And it's definitely on the level of, we need to get this done ASAP. That's because 90% of these people don't get it. The other 80%, well, they just 80%, but they don't get it. So because they're not getting it, they don't understand what's transpiring in the situation. Their mind is gone. Once people get their mind right and their attitude right, then they'll grow. But until then, they won't. That's just the gist of it. Now we already know this man that sat up here and he done stole jokes from Kevin Hart, Steve Harvey, that is. He stole it from Katt Williams. He stole jokes. Him and Sid both joke stealing, because they was at the top of the food chain. They were getting away with it. So that's just to say the least. I've seen a lot of different spaces, right, where a lot of people violate. They get into certain situations and they violate, and it don't make any sense. But with Bernie Mac's daughter come out and she don't give you your flowers for you praising, and she said a lot of people done that my dad was not really cool with like that, and they knew like that wasn't the situation. Ego messed it all up. Steve Harvey's ego got in the way. Said went and did his own thing. Now it said as a, let's say, is he a drop dead funny comedian? Said got some good stand-ups, but he's more of a variety show. You know, Said used to have a variety show on Fox and all that, where he would have a band come out and sing, and he would tell a couple jokes. And if he was a rapper, he would what you would call the 16-bar spitter. You know, that's Said. Said has never killed the special. Like, he ain't never had a killer special. But You know what they say? The saying goes, "It is what it is." That's what it is right now. It's so much going on, man. It's like everybody's pushing a narrative that is false related. They are. Y'all pulling the strings, meaning the internet, of making everybody the villain and Katt Williams the hero of the story. When in actuality, Katt Williams is just drop dead funny. He's just a comedian. He's not here to change worlds. He's a decent human being. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't bother anyone. And when people are not bothering other people and they're not going by the beat of someone else's drum, you know, it is what it is. But Katt has been reactionary. He's thoughtful about what he speaks. But now that he got the bag, meaning that Katt Williams has got his Netflix deal. Okay. So I think I was gonna save it for Patreon. That's what I was just thinking about. Should I say this for Patreon or should I not? Let me tell you right now, so that you can understand this. Katt Williams got about, I would say Katt Williams has about, let me see, Katt Williams has about one, he has about an 8-figure deal with Netflix now. But do you know why that deal came to be? Because Katt apologized to Tiffany Haddish and he apologized to Kevin Hart. So y'all been taken for a ride. Now, once he got his deal, he went back on the bullshit. He wasn't humble no more. Oh, humble was out the door. No more humble. Now, you can forget that. There was no need for him to be humble no more after that was done. Straight like that. I had to call my boy in Mexico. I'm dead serious. We call him Mexico. We can't pronounce his name, so we just call him Mexico. He ain't picking up. Yeah, we can't pronounce his name. We just call him Mexico. So it's been Mexico for years. So that's what he is. I hope he's Mexican. One day he's just gonna snap me. I'm Costa Rican, and y'all been calling me Mexico. Spent 7, 8, 9 years. What is it? 2020? Damn, it's probably longer than that. We talking 2008. He been in Mexico. Good Lord. Yeah, it's been over 10 years. I just hope he's Mexican. Actually, you know, he gonna be in there on me too. He called me Mexico all these years. But Kevin Hart apologized. I mean, Katt Williams apologized to Kevin Hart.
King of Comedy.
Listen.
Had to issue an apology, and I should. It doesn't matter how accurate you are. Even Steph Curry on occasion misses a shot. Mm-hmm. Now, he would be delusional if he acted like we didn't just see that he had an air ball, or we didn't just see that he, that he shot a brick. Right? He would be stupid if he would, no, that went in. No, Steph, it didn't go in. Yeah, all of them go in. No, Steph, all of them don't go in. Okay. So, this is what happened. Atlanta means so much to me. But
all right, hold on 1 second. It's Mexican. Sorry about that. Mexico hit me back. I had to talk to Mexico. So now we back to the best
the years prior to Pimp Chronicles and the years after Pimp Chronicles, and how consistent Atlanta has been with their love for me, to the point that people often think I'm from Atlanta. So when I did the show, I feel like I kind of lost myself, and I didn't do my stand-up performance. I actually did an hour of talking to Atlanta, because I love Atlanta, and I made a lot of mistakes. And said a lot of things that just be in Katt Williams' head, but I was not talking to the world. I was talking to the city of Atlanta, and I should have never mentioned Kevin Hart's name. That is the reigning king of comedy, if you ask for popular consensus. So now, the fact that he's a black man like me, and the fact that I attacked him with such vitriol at a time when our country is already divided in every way it can be divided, racially, politically, economically, socially, religiously. Like, the fact that while being on stage pretending to be higher than that, but then stoop down to the same level and try to embarrass Kevin Hart in front of his children and loved ones after all the hard work he's done since the year 2002 is just regrettable on my part. So I humbly apologize to not only Kevin Hart, but Heartbeat Productions, the Plastic Cup Boys, and anybody associated with Kevin Hart. That was a mistake on my part, because I don't love Kevin. I love Tori. Tori's a friend of mine. So I might have, it doesn't matter. I don't need an excuse. I'm sorry for having mentioned Kevin's name at all. Having said that, I didn't make a total mistake. I meant to cut the snake, but I meant to cut the head of the snake. So my special will no longer be in Philly. It'll be in New York at the Barclays, where I cut off the head of Chris Rock. Step and Fetch It, Crew number 1. My special will be called Smaller and Brighter, like bigger and blacker. And I'll deal with Chris Rock there in New York. Problem with Chris Rock.
And see, didn't I tell y'all what the real problem was with Chris Rock? Rock don't like him. That's it. That's flat out. Chris Rock can't stand Katt Williams, and Katt Williams can't stand Chris Rock. So I'm going to tell y'all that right now. That is the real source of the problem. And that's where all of this is rooted from with him. Now, here's the thing. He did this because not only Tory, it's because he was like, look, I'm trying to get a deal. So him apologizing to Kevin Hart is what got him that deal. Now, that's going to be in the video we got coming on the Patreon and everything else, where we really lay out this blueprint plan that Katt Williams is running on everybody. He's running this game plan well, and it's working. It's working to perfection. So now, when his specials hit on Netflix, they finna do records, B. This is marketing and business 101. Like, I see exactly what it is. When his back was against the wall, and he knew, like, man, my back is really against the wall. Like, they've cornered the market on everything. I can't get nothing. He went out publicly on radio and apologized to Kevin Hart. So Kevin Hart didn't stand in his way. Heartbeat didn't stand in his way. They all accepted that Kevin Hart, that Katt Williams had moved on. And then when he go on Shannon Sharp's show, he's right back to being that guy because he got the bag now. You see what I'm saying? So it's a whole play that went down here that y'all don't know anything really much about, but we are going to get into that situation I was talking about earlier on the Patreon. I want to say shouts out to Kwame Brown, Bus Life, Ticket TV, Welcome to HD TV, The Dreamers Pro with Charles, Armando Black TV, Jose Rodriguez channel called Jag Sports with Jose Rodriguez. They're doing a show over there. They're doing some big things. And for everybody who's doing it the real way, you know what I'm saying? Not trying to do plays and fake drama just to try to get, you know, some hits and views. I don't like that. That's not real to me. We're not going to fake argue, fake fight, and try to create a situation just to get some stupid people to pay attention. You got to actually have content, sir. Actually got to have content. That's why I couldn't work with you, Gil. Sorry. It can't happen. Once I saw what you were about, what your show was about, I said, look, we can improve the show. You don't have to do that to have a good show. You could have a really good show, or you could have this slop that you throw up on the wall every week, hoping one thing go viral. If that's what you want, then, you know, knock yourself out. But I don't I don't even want to talk about it, man. I'll say that for the Patreon because it'll sound like I'm hating. And I'm really not. I'm just disappointed that us as Black people, when we get in the position of power and we get a show, we get an opportunity, we go with the worst of ourselves and just take the shortcut route. It's like, I'm just gonna make something that's gonna trend. I'd be like, dude, don't you want to make it good? Like, don't you want to have something that you could be proud of and look back on and say, that was done well, I did that right. I'm just saying, man. Anyway, love, peace, and hair grease, man. Shout out to all the real ones out there that's been holding it down, like I said. And I want to address another thing. I don't hate no Ticket TV. I'm not jealous of Ticket and Kwame Brown. Stop that. That's small-minded thinking. And that's not really coming from my audience. Okay, that's not even coming. This is coming from those toxic people on them other platforms that's trying to come in. Yeah, I see Kwame, he like Ticket. He don't come on your stuff no more. I'm like, Kwame just played one of my videos on his page. I was just on Kwame's page yesterday. So it's like, no one needs to be jealous of anybody. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand. There's a lot of food on the plate for everybody to eat and stay in their lanes if they want to. I'm championing what they doing. Go and watch them video over and over again. It was a great interview. I listened to it. I finally finished it the other day. But I just can't, I don't have time to go 2-3 hours watching something like that. I got to take breaks and go back because I'm busy doing my thing. Y'all know that because y'all see me every day. For like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, y'all been seeing me all week. So y'all know I ain't lying. I've been busy entertaining y'all. So stop that. That's small-minded thinking. That's another way they keep y'all in prison in y'all brain, is keeping y'all focused on nonsense. Black men got to fight each other. They got to be beefing. I got to be jealous at him. Why am I jealous of him for? Why am I jealous at anybody? I mean, I love where I live. I love what I get to do every day. I get to talk to y'all every day. I don't have to get up in the morning, got to go clock in, talk to my boss. I don't got to do that. I'm very blessed. I don't have to do that. I've done it before, but I don't have to do that anymore. And it's been over probably 10 years since I've even had a boss. And when he was my boss, he wasn't my boss. I'm like, dude, I'm my own boss. I'm an independent contractor. So I have my own business. So I worked with a marketing firm, but I was independent. I paid my own taxes. I paid everything. So everything was on me. So we had a partnership. You're getting paid by us and getting a percentage for housing the office. That's it. And the equipment that we needed to go out, you were providing the equipment, but I could buy my own equipment. And see, that's what made them uncertain, because they couldn't put a foot on my neck like they could everybody else, because everybody was such in need of money that they needed this job. I didn't need the job. I'm like, bro, I don't need this. Like, I know y'all providing the office and the equipment, but I'm doing the work and I'm making and earning the money. So it's not like you're taking a big risk on me. If I'm not bringing the revenue in, I'm gonna be dropped. So I know what I can do. And you were trying to tell me what I can do in my own business and profession. But you didn't want to deal with me because you see, like, oh, I don't think this guy's buying into the BS. No, I'm not going to buy into your BS. I'm not here to make you richer. I'm here to make myself rich. I'm here to make myself comfortable and start my own team. And then I'm going to branch out and start doing my own. The only thing I needed for you to do was to distribute. That was it. You was the financier to distribute. That was your job. And once you start violating and playing with money, I'm not going to go back and forth with you and say, oh, we worked it out this time so it can happen again. Nah, I'm out. Here's your equipment. I don't need it. Here's all of this. I don't need it. I was only doing this for my team. I didn't need to work or have my team go out and work the company and the business anymore. I didn't need to do it. I was making more money on YouTube. I didn't need to do anything. I didn't have to go outside at all. My videos was making so much money, I didn't have to do anything. So how is a boss going to talk to me when I'm only coming to work because I want to keep these other people earning the money that's working under my team? I want to keep them earning money. So I'm helping them grow. I'm trying to train them because I'm like, look, I'm not going to be doing this forever. I make more money on YouTube in about 2 weeks than I'm going to make here in a month. So why do I need to be doing this? That's what I'm telling them that. And I'm like, but I'm keeping the business going. And I kept it going for months, longer than I needed to. I could have been gone. I was going to go at the end of the year. I said, well, I'm going to go at the end of the year. By then, everybody should be fully trained and they can go ahead and do it and get their own. And I'm going to teach them how to run their own business and go ahead and do it themselves. Oh, boy, that was a problem. That was a huge problem. Me teaching people how to do something for themselves? Oh, hell no. Couldn't do that. Can't do that. I'm teaching them how to be independent, businessmen, business-minded, owners. This is what you need to do. Create your own business. Get in the lanes and opportunity. Go ahead and do some stuff for yourself. They didn't want that. You know what they wanted? They wanted a robot. They wanted somebody to be a drone and follow their commands and help bring them people so they can continuously make money. And then when you just get to the point where you just ain't good no more, or it just ain't popping for you no more, they replace you like a battery. Oh, that ain't me. Oh, you got the wrong one, sir. So I told that Jewish man who was very angry with me, sorry, Mr. Klein, I'm not going to, you ain't my boss. That is not how it's going to go. I said no words to him when I came in there. He knew. He was, what is this? Here's your equipment. Boop, 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 boop. Thank you. I'm out. This is it. You're not going to play with my money. That's one thing you're not going to do. You're not going to play with my money. If you're going to play with my money, you ain't going to see me around. And that's the honest to God truth. So that's what happened there. And as you can see, we have no need to be jealous of no human being ever. It's not in my style. It's not in my nature to be jealous of people. I just not jealous. I focus on what I got. I don't worry about what the next man got. So I'm out.